Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. Coming up on the program today, women can smell dried masturbation jizz on you, so make sure you clean up thoroughly, men. Plus, the rancid hormonal piss stink of women, marinara dipping cocks, and dudes wearing female lingerie is totally normal in China. Find out why today. Distorted View Daily proudly presents the real Colonel Sanders having trouble with his lines.
Take one. Quiet, please. Recording. I found a way to cook. Take two. I found a way to cook extra good. Come on over and try my crispy. It's entirely different, and yet it's just as tender and tasty. No, and it's just as finger-licking good. You see, I found a way to cook chicken deep down and get that real crispy crust that some folks like. And it's just as tender and juicy. I'll get it now. I found a way to cook chicken deep down and get that crusty, real crispy chicken crust. Yet it's entirely different.
We're rolling. This is the good one. Take 5.
Most folks
Once again.
Most folks have heard about it.
All right, that's good. Good, very nice.
That's why folks call it finger. That's why folks call it finger.
Sounds good.
That's why folks call it finger licking good. That's why folks call it. That's why folks call it finger licking good. That's why folks call it finger licking good. I'm not getting anywhere with this damn thing.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
I'm a sucker for other people's pain.
At least I'm not going to die because I'm a careless fairy.
I'm going to lose my mind today.
The vagina is full of AIDS.
Where did I park my car? Oh, no.
All right, hey freaks, Timothy James Henson back here with you for the Wednesday edition of DV. Got a great one for you today. Now, on yesterday's Sideshow exclusive podcast, we reviewed Mead's latest live stream, which was loads of fun. As a matter of fact, if you want to see some highlights of it, I posted a video on our YouTube channel. Now, YouTube is dicking around with the way channels are named. We have handles now and shit. And it's so frustrating because, I've got like 3 or 4 YouTube channels. Some are called Distorted View, some are called Distorted View Show. And I want our main channel to be Distorted View or Distorted View Show. And I can't make that happen anymore. I'm madder than fish grease about it. So now if you want to get to our channel, you got to go to youtube.com/@DVTube. That's like the best handle I could reserve. Everything else was taken. Or you can just go to distortedview.com and click on a link to our YouTube channel. But you'll find a short video of some of my favorite moments from the Mead live stream that was posted this past Sunday. Now, in the video, Mead once again mentions his love of Latina women, which is strange considering Mead is pretty much a racist, but the heart wants what the heart wants, I guess, and Mead wants to bone a Puerto Rican. Ta-da! He specifically said, though, that one group of women that he's not interested in, even though they're Latina, he does not want anything to do with Colombians. No, thank you. What does he have against Colombians? Well, let's let Mead tell you.
Latina, I was wondering, I'm very attracted to Latina women, but also Celtic women, from Ireland. Are those...
Yeah, pretty much the same thing, Mead.
Oh, those almost the same?
No! It's like polar opposites.
I know Latinas are kind of almost white.
Sure thing, if you say so.
I'm trying to think of who my Latina girlfriend... I don't know, I just like the Latinas, and they are very nice, and they're very traditional, Latinas are very traditional. Don't marry a Colombian lady, though, because you'll be dealing with a lot of drug cartels. Nothing worse than having your breakfast be brought in bed and then getting shot in the head. Yeah.
That's a song right there. That rhymed.
So let's see.
Yeah. Some dating advice from me. Don't date a Colombian. Now, despite Mead having a lot of opinions and guidelines on the type of bitch he would be willing to bang, alas, he is still a virgin. I honestly I don't know if Mead considers himself to be an incel. I don't even know if he really talks about incels too much. I don't recall him mentioning it in any of his videos, but that kind of leads me to our next chunk. The freaks in the Discord reminded me about the great incel message board, incels.is, and there's a lot of good conversation going on there these days. And of course, by good, I mean scary. Take, for instance, this first post I ran across called The Incel Revolution, where someone said, the incel revolution will occur when all involuntary celibates convert to voluntary celibacy, when men start openly announcing their abstinence from women. Reject women. This is our civil disobedience. That is our revolution. And there are a lot of replies to this. We violent revolution. We need to overthrow the gynocentric liberal society. We need to punish every degenerate whore, foids, chads, and normies. We have to do ER maxing, which I think means like sending people to the ER, like beating them the fuck up, maybe? I don't know. We need to establish ultra-radical traditionalist patriarch society. By violent revolution and ER maxing, we can solve our problems. Things were getting pretty horrifying in this thread, but thankfully Personality Chad came to the rescue and rained on their parade by saying there will never be an incel revolution. It's a massive cope. Vast majorities of men get laid and like women for it. So y'all are fucked. The second you get laid, the second you taste some pussy or some pussy grips your dick, boom, you're out of the incel movement. You're going to forget about all the dorks you're commiserating with on message boards. One very strange thing I noticed, there's a lot of strange stuff I noticed on this message board, but one thing in particular, there seems to be a lot of hatred towards Indian people. They're called curry cells. I don't know how many examples I saved here, but here's one. We need massive curry genocide. The numbers of Indians is just too much to support in this world. Here's another post. Why do curryfoids, I guess Indian women, love darker skinned men in the West so much? I keep on seeing very dark poop brown curries dating light skinned curryfoids. It's so fucking disgusting. They waste their beauty on guys as dark as my diarrhea. I think you know what sound clip I'm gonna play here.
Sounds crazy!
Yeah. I'm also surprised about how passionate incels are regarding abortion. They seem to all be very pro-life. Abortion is a practice that they call toilet genocide. And Alex DeLarge writes, Foids kill people because they can't contain their lust and degeneracy. They're willing to kill any amount of children for the taste of Chad's dick. They deserve to be tortured and killed 24/7. Someone replied, abortion just makes shit worse. It made whorish foids to fuck like rabbits without repercussions. I think you all know what we need.
Anti-abortion is what we need.
In this life, I don't want it. I can't keep it. Okay, it's enough. Oh, I could spend all day reading these threads. It's fascinating because a lot of them don't even really have anything to do with being involuntarily celibate. They just, really hate women. Like, here's a thread. Why does female urine smell so disgusting? So, I'm not bothered by bad smells. I fart a lot because of my junk food diet. But my cousin brought this girlfriend over for dinner, and after they left, I went into the bathroom to blow my nose, and it stank so bad. It didn't smell like shit. It smelled like rancid, rotten, hormonal piss, which had to be from her, seeing as how the bathroom had been cleaned prior to her coming over, and my cousin and me and my parents never went in there while they were over. And yet, females say that men need to have half their dicks cut off because it's unhygienic to have natural genitalia and because it, quote, stinks. But the liquids that come out of their disgusting cunts are far more disgusting than even a week's worth of smegma could possibly be. Unsurprisingly, most people in this thread seem to be supportive with replies like, unironically, it smells like rotten sardines drenched in vinegar. Another person says it's because it's mixed with Chad's cum, used tampons, and mucus discharge. Females are embarrassed by their stinky roast beef flaps and by the disgusting fluids secreted by it. Another person replied, I have a sister, can confirm. And finally, now ferment a jug of cum in a warm, moist, bacteria-rich environment, and that will be more like the smell of the average vagina. So there you go. More than tangentially related, I have got a clip here of Dre Drexler, who is kind of like an Andrew Tate Light. He wants to help men be men again or something, and the best way to do it is to stop masturbating.
Girls can smell the fap on you.
Oh man, did a rope of that stuff land on my stomach or arm? Sometimes that happens, you know, when you shoot a really good load. Sometimes you don't get it all, and it dries on your skin. You're telling me women can smell that? Wow. They have an exceptional sense of smell.
Girls can smell the fap on you. They can sense when a man is just a perverted, lust-driven little weasel guy who sits in his room all day long and is looking at all these images.
Oh, the noise you're thinking of is that's the sound of fapping.
This is a man who saves his seed and has that vision and direction.
Oh, I've seen plenty of incels save their seed. They put it in these glass jars and then leave it on their radiator, and it becomes all discolored, yellow. It's disgusting. I'm squarely against saving your seed. It's not a use it or lose it situation. Your body continually makes more of the stuff. Does this guy not know that? This is your guru? This is who you're paying thousands of dollars to join his Discord and attend his stupid seminars?
And direction. Be honest with yourself. Do you feel masculine? Do you feel powerful right after you wanked to all these videos? Probably not. You probably become like how I did. Energy gets kind of low and you feel kind of in a dark mood. You just feel off.
Small price to pay to not have to worry about getting prostate cancer. Look up the research, dickwad. You're supposed to masturbate like 23 times a month. R.I.P. your asshole. I'm going to be doing just fine when I'm in my 60s. You're going to be shitting out of a colostomy bag. I don't know what happens when you get prostate cancer. I feel like there's this war on masturbation, and we're getting it on all sides here. Like, here's another guy.
If you keep watching pornography, you're going to burn in hell. Okay? If you keep getting drunk, you're going to burn in hell.
This guy doesn't want us having any fun. No porn, no drinking. What else does Reverend Buzzkill want to ban? No weed. No swearing. Oh. Well, I don't stand a chance.
On food alone, but the words that come out of our very mouth.
Oh, my fate was sealed decades ago. It's kind of Distorted View Daily's whole deal, swearing.
Okay? And sin is like yeast. Put a little bit of yeast in the dough, it spreads. And
yeast! That's the other thing I smell in women's piss. Thank you. Couldn't quite put my finger on that. While we're playing some religious clips here, I've got a Pastor Hank Kuhnman. Don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he's pretty sure Biden doesn't exist anymore. The president of the United States. The guy we see all the time, like tripping upstairs and stuff.
So somebody just texted me a picture of the guy that they say is Biden. I'm going to be honest with you.
He's got his suspicions. Like everything is a fucking conspiracy theory now.
It doesn't look, there's several pictures. It looks nothing like the guy that is Joe Biden. Now people say, oh, it's cosmetic surgery.
It's because he's old now. You know, like Joe Biden has been in politics from, I don't know, the 80s, 70s, something like that. Yeah, his looks have changed. You can tell it's still him, though. Who does he think this guy is? Like a robot or something?
It's
Android?
Cosmetic surgery. I'm a cartoonist. I also, and I'm being honest, I also am a portrait artist. And I recognize features.
Are you like one of those guys who's out on the boardwalk doing caricatures for like $20?
I recognize features. And I can...
This is your big evidence? As a cartoonist, I can tell. That's not the president of the United States. It's an imposter.
And I can see features and what is... I'm telling you, this is very interesting because November 4th of 2020, God said 46 doesn't exist. I remember that.
Amen.
And I had a dream on November 4th.
All right, can we please cut all this dream shit out? Religious people act like dreams are magical visions from God. How anyone can believe this, I don't know, because we've all had dreams before. You know what they're like, right? They're not based in reality at all. You had a dream Joe Biden was a shapeshifter. Great. Yeah, well, I had a dream my parents ordered a pizza, and when it came, they were upset because the driver forgot the crazy bread, so they made me unzip my pants. And when I whipped my dick out, my mom and dad started to eat my bread cock. So, what sort of fucking divine message from heaven is that, Pastor? To this day, dipping anything in marinara gives me the heebie-jeebies.
And I saw what looked like the face of what we would call Joe Biden. And the voice of the devil spoke. In fact, his face changed. Remember, I said, I don't know what's going on with his face, but it wasn't him.
How fucking dare you? I look nothing like Joe Biden. Some people say I look like a more sophisticated, older Timothy Chalamet. I like that. But Joe Biden, fuck you, asshole.
Oh, Satan, pay no attention to that guy.
Who is he anyway?
He's some pastor who had a dream that Biden was a shapeshifter.
A dream? A dream? How fucking ridiculous. I had a dream I played cups in the Olympics.
What the hell does that mean, cups?
You know, look. You know, the whole thing with the cups and the smashing things, it's from Pitch Perfect. You know, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yeah, I'm pretty good with cups, actually.
Okay, thank you, Satan. We're running very short on time today, so I wish I could talk with you a little bit more, but I got to continue playing this clip here of the pastor.
And listen, something's happening. You say, well, that sounds like conspiracy. I don't listen to any of that stuff. I don't even listen to the news. I'm just looking at pictures that are
does not surprise me.
To me. I went out and researched it myself, said, okay, typed in what, and I'm like.
I typed in Google. Shapeshifter Biden. Yeah, you're going to find some stuff from Kooks.
Come on, man. And so, for one, the one Biden, all the years he had bluish green eyes. Now this new thing has brown eyes.
Oh,
so
not red.
Let's
like
be honest.
Demon?
You know,
okay, all right. There you go. A pastor's opinion or theory on Joseph Biden. He no longer exists, and he's been replaced with a succubus or something. I do have one more clip along these same lines. I don't know if this is a religious woman, but she seems to be pretty anti-woman for being a woman herself.
Women are emotional. Like, we're train wrecks. Like, why? Why would you want...
Ladies, she's one of you. Explain that.
Women are supposed to be emotional train wrecks too. We're meant to bring balance to relationships with our nurturing and our intuition.
So it's a good thing, right? Women are train wrecks. That's how they were designed. That's how they're supposed to be.
And
it's all good.
Saw it as one family, one vote. So they just decided, the men, they can think logically, broadly about abstract ideas, and
women are daffy. They're all over the place, emotional.
It's a suitable conclusion where women might not be able to. And, we can look and see evidence of this looking at, say, the 2016 election. They did an exit poll, and if only women voted, there would have been 458 electoral votes for Hillary Clinton. That is insane. This shows that we cannot be trusted.
Again, I know she's wrong, but I just can't find any flaw in her logic. Sorry, ladies. Along these same lines, eFucked is back with a new video. This is pretty great. He did some masterful editing here. The video is titled Female Empowerment and Porn. Ting! You might be able to guess how this thing goes. The women in the video talk about how empowering it is for them to be in porn and how they consider what they do to be part of new feminism and sex positivity. Of course, after every time they speak, eFucked cuts in the most degrading stuff they've ever filmed, like cock not gagging, eating hairy male asshole, being verbally degraded.
What are you?
She's a hole, she says, and then the man writes the word hole right below her titties.
Do you have like a real sense of female empowerment?
To a point, I feel it. It's actually why I got in the industry.
Good play. Fucking piss on your head.
The guy is pissing on her face, and now she's eating a shoe. She has a man's shoe in her mouth. Gag on his boot, bitch.
Like a piece of shit yet? Yeah? Say it. Say I'm a piece of shit.
Oh, he's pushing her head in a bowl of cum while he's doing this.
Girls in the business are definitely more empowered. Definitely more empowered.
More piss in her mouth.
I like that I'm able to express myself.
Tell me what you are.
Worthless trash.
That was her blowing into a bowl of urine, I think.
Really empowering.
Keep your head in the bitch.
And a woman whose head is in a toilet while getting fucked.
Keep your head in the bitch.
And naturally flushed.
I love empowering other women. I think it's really inspiring. This is a huge accomplishment.
Okay, it sounds like she's sucking dick there, doesn't it? But she's really eating ass hard. Good for her. That is empowerment.
He likes me to gay.
I am a woman, hear me roar. In numbers too big to ignore. And I know too much to keep to pretend. Cause
Come on, man, fuck your face. Shut the fuck up. Oh, fuck you.
I love your
Okay. I think we've done enough for feminism today. We should probably move on, but I urge you all to check out eFuck's entire video. It's kind of pretty hilarious. efucked.com. All right. Finally, before we get into the news today, what episode of Distorted View Daily would be complete without an airplane or airport freakout? And that's exactly what I have for you right now.
I can do whatever I want to do. I can. I have a master's in communication. All the movies you watching, I do the PR for, Jessica.
Well, we're off and running. We've got a lot to work with already. We've got a woman here who says she's got a master in communications. Let's see how she utilizes that here.
So you probably want to calm down.
I don't know why she's trying to flex with her movie PR credentials. The airport employee does not give a fuck.
Movies you watching, I do the PR for, Jessica. So you probably want to calm down and pipe down and go take you some meth because you look like a meth head.
That sounds like she has a master's in communication. She's using some big words like meth. That's 4 letters.
Why you mad because you can't get off of work and smoke your drugs?
Jessica. I bet you she's going to be saying Jessica a lot.
Excuse me.
Because that's a white woman's name, isn't it?
Smoke your drugs. Excuse me, children. I can record whatever I want. I got a master's. I know the law, bitch. You a fucking clerk.
Yeah, but it's a master's in communication.
You probably don't even know how to spell.
It's not like a law degree or anything, but okay, she knows her rights.
Clerk. You probably don't even know how to spell Google backwards with your teeth crossed. Who are you talking to? So disrespectful. So, I'm going to send this to the president of American Airlines and all the board of directors. Jessica, since this lady in a spinal fusion ain't gonna get no help.
Jessica.
Call the police, Jessica. So they can arrest a black woman over recording, Jessica, with your white privilege. Jessica, your fat ass.
I'm sorry, but does race really have anything to do with this? You're kind of the first person to bring up that aspect. Also, we don't know if Jessica is white. She could be Hispanic, possibly. I'm looking at her.
I can do whatever I want to do.
I mean, she's probably white.
I can.
She's got a master's in communication. She can do what she wants.
Your fat ass.
That's that master's in communication at work. All right, well, there you go. Just a little airport freak out for your Wednesday. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist and fucked up news right now. Inflation is a real motherfucker, isn't it? I mean, everything costs more. Eggs? Have you tried to purchase eggs? One of the best values in the world right now, you know what's coming, right, is the Sideshow, DV's member site, where you gain full access to the entire archive of programs. Plus, every week we do brand new Sideshow exclusive episodes. The Sideshow membership price hasn't gone up in years. Like, longer than a decade, I believe. We've only ever raised the price once, and I would love to not ever raise the price again. But to do that, we need to work in volume, right? I need some additional Sideshow members to offset all this inflation, everything that costs more, right? I'm paying more for everything. So look, if we get some new Sideshow members, that would be great. It would really help me out, and I won't have to raise Sideshow membership prices, if that makes sense. Sign up now and partake in the best deal on the internet. Only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. You get access to a special RSS feed that you can plug into most podcasting apps and get, the exclusive programs and stuff. Or if you are not technologically savvy and you happen to use Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can sign up for the Sideshow right in those apps. And, you'll get the free shows along with all of the exclusive programs right in Spotify or right in Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to shows. For more information on all of that, check out DistortedView.com or, of course, SuperFreakSideshow.com. Thank you so much to all of my Sideshow members. They are the reason this show continues. There is one other way to help support DV. This is a big one as well. Patreon, patreon.com/DistortedView. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And I believe we have some patrons calling in today. We'll get into that in a little bit. But first, the news. First story I have for you today. Looks like we got one from China. Yes. Love China. There's some weird stuff going on over there. Lingerie-wearing male models have recently become a growing trend in Chinese e-commerce broadcasts after the government imposed a ban on women modeling lingerie on live streams. So the idea is, apparently there's a big masturbation problem in China. I guess they don't want guys whacking off to ladies. It's a porn crackdown, and lingerie leads to porn. It's a gateway fabric. The big solution, though, because, these e-commerce sites want to sell lingerie. They've got to display the product. So they're getting guys to wear the lingerie, which I feel could backfire on the Chinese government. If they're against masturbation in general, one would think they're not cool with homosexuality. Gonna take a stab in the dark and say they're not Ligbit's allies. All right, the ban, which is being implemented under China's law against spreading obscene online material, has resulted in the closure of businesses that employed female lingerie models. After one online shopping streamer replaced its models with male models in December, many businesses have since followed suit, effectively circumventing the ban. So smart. Oh, check out the chapter artwork right now. You can see a male model with a nice rack wearing a nightie. An e-commerce business owner identified as Mr. Chu said that he chose to use male models in their live stream shopping shows simply because their designers can no longer be modeled by the female models. Personally, we don't really have a choice, he was quoted as saying. Tapping into the loophole may have even created a novel marketing strategy for the businesses that make them stand out from other sellers of female products. But while many Chinese social media users find the male lingerie model trend amusing, there are others who have pointed out that this means fewer job opportunities for women. What kind of jobs are going to be left for the ladies? Oh, that's right. turkey farmer? Quote, if it's a female model, the live stream would be banned every other minute. It's not like this hasn't happened before. This is still depriving a group of women of their job opportunities, a popular Weibo comment read. In response to the feedback, Ju said, many directors of these live streams are women. Are they also stealing men's jobs? Male models have been used successfully to sell traditionally female products online in China even before the ban. Wu Nan, a 41-year-old businessman whose username translates to Uncle Wu who wears high heels, all right, previously went viral for his videos in which he runs and jumps in high heels to demonstrate their quality. I don't think most women are playing basketball in their high heels. That idea was definitely thought up by a man. We should show that you can jump in high heels. Take out the trash, play a little touch football in high heels. Come on, guys. It would be great if this became a trend in China where like just guys started wearing high heels and dresses and stuff. The government would lose their goddamn minds. I guarantee you, women would be back in front of the camera wearing lingerie real quick. Too many bros wearing bras. Yeah, second story we have for you today. When a husband or wife goes missing, it's obviously devastating for the spouse. They look everywhere, right? Were they in an accident? Are they being held captive? Did they flee to another country? Are they running from the law? Who knows, right? There's just so many questions these people are left with. Well, today we have a story involving a missing spouse. A woman was left wondering what happened to her husband for 8 months before the answer was finally revealed. And guess what? The guy didn't even leave the house. He was right there all along. It's really just one of the many dangers of living in a hoarder house. Yes, this story comes from Illinois. An Illinois wife found the mummified corpse of her husband buried in a closet at their home 8 months after she reported him missing. Richard Mage, 53, was first reported missing on April 27, 2022, and police searched the home he shared with his wife, Jennifer. So the police even looked. They couldn't find anything in there. Both times, cops reported smelling a sewer-like smell. That's a clue. They smelled something that reeked like a sewer inside the house, which they described as a hoarder home. It wasn't until December 11th, 8 months after Richard's disappearance, that Jennifer stumbled upon his body while looking for Christmas decorations. I guess you could use part of his mummified remains as a Christmas tree topper. All right. The man was hanging in a rarely visited concealed storage area inside of a closet in the bedroom. Why was he Did he hang himself? Or did he get tangled up in something? Like those twinkly lights. Those strings always get knotted up, you know? Coroners released a report on Thursday indicating that Richard died by suicide. Why don't you just kill yourself? Well, he did. And his body had passed the stage of decomposition and became mummified by the time he was discovered. The police coroner said that the mummified bodies don't usually give off odors. So what was smelling like a sewer? Who the fuck knows? It was a hoarder's house, right? It may have helped Richard go undiscovered for so long. Jennifer told Troy police Richard vanished on April 27th, 2022, after he called her to say he was leaving work early. And by work, he meant life. When she got home, she found Richard's car parked out front, and his keys and wallet were in the house, but he was nowhere to be found. Police began searching for the father of three, initially doing a pass-through of the crowded house. No, not that kind of crowded house. Okay. Good song, though. Okay, all right. The police reported the foul smell inside, but decided Richard wasn't there. Sometime later, Jennifer called police to report that the odor remained, which is a weird thing to call the cops about. My house stinks. Police returned to search the home a second time, but turned up nothing. Finally, Jennifer contacted a plumber about the smell, there we go, who visited the home and said it smelled like sewer gas. The plumber capped one of the sewer pipes at the house, and Jennifer reported that the odor subsided. At least just solved one of your problems, you know. Jennifer finally discovered Richard on December 11th, right before Christmas, told police that she found his body while looking for a bag of Christmas decorations. Police said the closet Richard was ultimately found in was in a concealed location in the house. Quote, I decided to put the Christmas tree up and I was looking for a tote of Christmas ornaments, and that's when I discovered him. Richard's sister, Marilyn, spoke out against the police department. What? And said they could have done more to find him. Come the fuck. It's a hoarder house. They couldn't navigate through the entire home. He should have just condemned the house, knocked the whole fucking shit down. Jennifer, however, thanked the police for their hard work. Even though we didn't want the outcome that we had, it's still an outcome that we can put him to rest, she said. She added that she felt as if her husband's presence was close to her while he was missing. Yeah, he's in the closet, all mummified up. Police said they suspect no foul play in Richard's death. So there you go. So, important lesson. Sometimes the things you're looking for are right under your nose. Also, sometimes you can't trust your nose because there are other smells around that, like sewer gas scents and stuff, and it confuses you. It trips you up. So if there's a corpse in your house, you might not know it. I don't know what the moral of this story is, really. I'm trying to find something here, and it's difficult. How about this? The moral of the story is don't kill yourself with Christmas decorations. That's a real fucking downer. Christmas time is supposed to be happy. For the rest of their lives now, every time they see twinkling lights, they're going to cry. That's wrong. Final story we have for you today. A Georgia woman has been arrested after she intentionally drove her SUV into a Popeyes after not getting any biscuits with her order, according to authorities. That is pretty frustrating. Deputies from the Richmond County Sheriff's Office arrived at the fast food chicken restaurant in Augusta after calls came in regarding an accident with injuries. Deputies said they spoke with the manager, who said the customer, later identified as 50-year-old Belinda Miller, became upset that her order did not have any biscuits. Well, is it supposed to come with biscuits? Did you order biscuits? Or were you assuming something here? She allegedly drove her Toyota RAV4 into one of the entrances of the restaurant. I love that crazy shit is always going down at Popeyes. Remember when they introduced the chicken sandwich? I had content for weeks here on the podcast. There was a subreddit that was completely devoted to people freaking out because they didn't get their Popeyes chicken sandwich. Like brawls and shootings and stuff. I don't think anyone ever rammed their car into a Popeyes. That's a new one. And over biscuits of all things, right? I mean, they're good biscuits, I guess, All right, according to the manager, an employee was almost hit by the suspect's SUV. A witness was standing in the parking lot and allegedly saw Miller smash the SUV into the side of the restaurant and then drive off. She drove off without getting the biscuits. That was the whole point of ramming your car into the Popeyes. The hell is this woman thinking? Investigators interviewed another witness who claimed she was waiting in line inside the restaurant when Miller told her to hurry up and get her order because she was coming back in there. Before driving into the building, Miller allegedly was making threats to the staff and then drove away. Miller called the Popeyes a few minutes later, and police said she warned that she was already on papers and would drive her vehicle into the building. Okay. Before the crash, the manager said she had corrected the mistake and gave Miller the goddamn biscuit, but Miller was still not happy. Come on, lady. You won the battle there. Go home, enjoy your biscuit. Police said...
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Yeah, you know this was coming.
Taste the honey sauce.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
This song is about KFC, by the way, not Popeyes. KFC has an inferior biscuit. Popeyes is where it's at. Actually, KFC's products across the board are inferior to Popeyes. The problem is Popeye's customer service is a bit lacking. All right. Yes, before the crash, the manager said she corrected the mistake and gave the bitch her biscuit. Police said they went to Miller's home where they found the SUV with front end damage. She was arrested and charged with aggravated assault and criminal damage to property. So there you go. Always in for a treat when Popeyes is in the news. Do you remember the first time I think we really talked about Popeyes here on the podcast? Oh, this had to have been, 13, 14 years ago? A local news story ran a piece because Popeyes ran out of chicken, and everyone in the neighborhood was pissed off about it.
Customers at the drive-thru heard this recorded message.
Sorry for the inconvenience, but we are all out of chicken and we are closed for the rest of the day. Thank you and have a blessed day.
One woman yelled back at the machine.
People have kids that they trying to feed for the special, and you mean to tell me that we can't feed our kids?
No one's there. It's a recording.
Because y'all didn't order enough chicken. Y'all knew y'all was having this special almost 2 months ago, and that's wrong.
But no one was listening.
Right.
The Popeyes on Lake Avenue was closed by dinner time.
No chicken. No chicken? They just out of chicken.
Yeah, either way you put it, you're saying the same thing. No chicken, out of chicken. The chicken has left the building. Chicken go bye-bye.
Ridiculous.
They should have had a stockpile of chicken for this day.
They should have a tractor trailer out back with extra chicken on ice, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's according to one logistics expert. Just get a big truck, fill it up with chicken, and put it on ice. There. Then we'll have enough chicken for everyone. All right. Thank you, Letitia. Where the hell was this woman at during the pandemic? She could have fixed the supply chain issues like that. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Wednesday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. I know it's too late now, but God damn it, I want some Popeyes. Fucking news story, right? Guys, there are many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at distortedview on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/distortedview show. You can now find us on YouTube at https://youtube.com/@DVTube. It's very easy to remember, so check that out. There's a link over there at distortedview.com as well. Hey, don't forget about our Discord. That's where all the freaks are hanging out. They post great stuff, suggestions for things from me to talk about, audio, video submissions. Go in there, chat with some freaks. It's free. Again, there's a link on the main navigation bar over there at distortedview.com. If you're unfamiliar with Discord, it's like a big chat room. It's a server just for DV freaks, so you'll fit in there nicely. All right, let's check in with a few listeners here. We begin with patrons.
Hey, Timmy Boo, it's Itchy Tank calling.
Hello, Itchy.
Yeah, I just heard you throwing around the idea of a Distorted View 20th anniversary get-together.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it'll happen, but
probably not.
Ideally,
I want it to happen, but god damn it, seems like a lot of work.
Ideally, the best place for that would be a rundown retirement community in Florida.
Okay.
That's
like one that's still operational, but like it's falling apart, and the staff treats the old people poorly.
No, that's highly unlikely. One place I would like to go is to Columbus, Ohio, and go to the House of Babes. I remember on the old shows in Europe, I'd be talking about the House of Babes, and I looked it up and
the what? What did I talk about? The
House of Babes. I remember on the old shows in Europe, I'd be talking about the House of Babes. And I looked it up, and
I don't know what you're saying.
First House of Babes, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, House of Babes.
The first review I read was that
House of Babes.
Women are over 30 and smell like fish. So I think,
Were you on that incel forum? I read the same thing.
Yeah, pretty good.
You should see what they say about
location.
Women's
so
piss.
I just thought I'd throw that by you. Toodles.
All right, maybe we can do our 20th anniversary at the House of Babes.
Hey, Timmy Boo, it's Pirate Barbie.
Hey.
I've been listening to an older episode, and I don't know how to feel about life right now.
Oh, God, what did I say? What did I do?
I really want to just take a hot shower and cleanse myself, because I actually agree with something Alex Jones said, and that actually makes me die a little inside a lot.
Okay, but what did you agree with exactly?
I did have another question.
No, you got to tell me what part of, what theory or what did Alex Jones say that you were like, you know what, he's onto something here?
Like, at what point does Kanye need to be put under some sort of conservatorship or whatever the fuck they call it?
Conservators?
Like, or is that just what they do with chicks? Could somebody offer some clarification on that? I think women don't know how to take care of themselves, that crazy men can keep walking the planet. I think that's how this works, right?
Yeah, he really does need help, right? But he was kind of gone for a while, right? We didn't see him. He wasn't out in public, and I thought maybe he was in rehab, but no. Now he's just sort of back out and about, Although he's still kind of quiet, right? He's not spouting any weird Nazi shit.
Could somebody tell me and help me out?
I think someone got a hold of him, right? Told him to shut the fuck up. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, what's up, Tim? It's Davide. I haven't called in a while because I usually just like, whatever, everything goes well. But on today's show, which is like fucking Monday or Tuesday or something, it's probably only a week or so back. It's like the first of March. You were talking about this Italian doctor that cut a guy's dick off and like ruined his life, and it's like, how could that doctor be so bad? He doesn't even sound like he has any training or anything like that.
Right.
And he was a guy from like San Donato or something like that. I grew up in Florence, right down the way from there in Tuscany, and we are notoriously bad for having hospitals. Like, you
Really?
don't want to go to the hospital in Italy.
Well, that's how someone winds up with their dick cut off.
Anywhere. They are so underfunded and far behind, and you'll literally see doctors in some of the rooms right up front, like smoking and stuff. Like, they don't
like
give
in flip-flops.
shit. And just they get, especially
wife beaters,
cities like Florence and Rome and all that, they get so many fucking tourists coming in that after working there a couple of years, and that's what they're going to do their whole life. You know, they went to school, they're stuck in this, and just how bureaucratic the system is, they're fucked. They're in there. They just stop caring. It's the same dumb bullshit, and everything's all underfunded.
Wow.
So, yeah, I could see some old doctor just being like, whatever, his nuts look like a tumor, let's cut him off. And just kind of faking his way.
Call it a day.
Being a doctor.
Cut off his nuts.
Hey, cheers, man. You have a good day.
Well, thank you very much for the information. Like, if you are in Italy, where are you supposed to go for good medical care? That's my question. I mean, I'm not planning a trip to Italy, but if I do, I would like to know where to go and not have my cock cut off. Thank you, Davide. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the program. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Girls can smell the fap on you.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up or like, wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Friday to end the week. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Bullshit! You are full of bullshit, my friend. I will sue you for everything you have. I will sue your ass. You're a motherfucking asshole! As far as I'm concerned, you hear me? A fucking asshole! Fuck you! I will get you for this!
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.